Hi Leo, it's Majori here from the Punk Priestess, and welcome to your Tarotscope for April. So what I'm going to do is start out with a signifier, kind of like the main energy of what's going on with you, and then we're going to get into the reading. So you're feeling good. You're feeling better because it's your sister sign Aries, season is in April, and then eventually you'll go into Taurus later in the month here. But it's been a while since you've had some heat on your back, feeling some fire energy. So we like to see it. All right, and I'm going to pull a clarifier using another deck here. Okay, so what I have here is the Father of Pentacles reversed, which is also the King of Pentacles reversed here. And then I have, in connection with it, is friendship. So, for this energy, the Court cards being reversed has really come up to me as an area of completion or dissatisfaction. It's kind of like, okay, you've plateaued. This is... you came, you saw, you conquered. It's just like, okay, what's next? What's on the horizon? And like for you, you might be feeling like maybe like with work colleagues or, mentorship, bosses, whatever it is in terms of like a professional scope of things, like you need more variety. Like maybe you need more friends at work, or you need people who you can trust more, or, maybe it's just like the authority that you're around, it's maybe too friendly. It needs to be more like, there needs to be more of a separation between the friend boss type energy, because sometimes those boundaries can get very blurred and it can be a little detrimental to the work that needs to be done. So just really thinking about your place in the work that you do, even if you like you work for yourself, like how are you showing up as a friend? For me, having my own business and being my own boss, I have to sometimes think of myself as like, a friend, like be easy on myself. I don't have to be so hard on the task that I'm doing, and just have more ease. Think of yourself as a friend, and how are you being a friend to others who you work with and connect with in a professional setting? Even if it's not a professional setting, if it's maybe like more of a school environment, like how are you a supportive colleague? How are you a supportive student? Or if you're a teacher, how are you showing up to teach others? And, not losing that relationship of companionship and being able to relate to others, and kind of lending a helping hand. Kind of putting your own self-interest aside. And I think that's going to help make your like work situation, school situation, whatever, is a little bit better if you can compartmentalize and see, okay, am I being a friend right now, or is this person being a friend to me? Can I trust this person? Are they reliable? Do they have my best interest at heart, or is this just competition? Is this malicious friendship? Is there lack of trust, lack of empathy? Like just really kind of figure out and see, like, can you grow with these people, or are you feeling like, okay, I need to get into a new environment around people who inspire me, who push me, like this is my past, these people are from my past, they're not helping me move forward into my future. So it's just going to be very important thinking about companionship and friendship and working relationships. Are they benefiting you, or is it causing more of a detriment to your goals and your vision and ideas? And also, are they getting in the way of your money? Because sometimes we have friendships who enable us for better ways than for not better ways, and it's just kind of thinking like, how is this friendship helping your livelihood? Is it causing you to deplete your resources? Like, do you feel like if you hang out with these certain friendships, like you're always spending so much money and like you can never save, or it's always, oh, if I hang out with this friend, we have to go to this expensive restaurant, or it's going to be this expensive trip. It's like, they're not very mindful about your financial situation, or you feel like you just can't feel grounded going back to that trust. It's like maybe they don't have the same values as you, but you're really going to be thinking about the friendships and how that kind of relates to what it is that you're trying to do. And is this a friendship, or are these friendships worth connecting deeper with and putting more effort into to cultivate it for the future? Or are these some friendships that you kind of have to part ways with and be like, thanks but no thanks, and move on from? Okay, so what I have here, just going to pull these guys down. I have here the Page of Coins upright, I have Justice reverse, and I have the Seven of Cups upright. So let's start off with this page. So we have the Page upright here, and then we have the Father, we have the King reverse. So it is definitely thinking about new opportunities, and we have to think about, our friendships supportive of our new opportunities? Do our friends want us to grow into the best version of ourselves, or do we have some friendships who are jealous of that growth and want us to stay the same because, you know, maybe they want to have their complacency be mirrored? You know, so a lot of people, you know, like a lot of friendships, we have to really think about, you know, do these people feel happy for me? Are they supportive? Are they encouraging me? Or are they trying to keep me small and trying to convince me to not go after an opportunity, to not do something worthwhile for my future? Even if you already have made these changes and these, you know, money moves or whatever, have they shown up as supporters? Because sometimes we'll get out of a situation, and if it's like a work colleague, you know, maybe we got a new job and we got out of that, you know, old company, but they're still there, and we've, you know, it seems like we've progressed, we've grown in our own way. Doesn't mean they haven't stopped growing at that company. Maybe that's in alignment with their path. But sometimes friendships, you know, there's a secret competitiveness, or it's just like they say they're happy for us but they're not really, which is like, just be honest, you know, just be open. Like, are you happy for me? Or maybe we see some of our friendships in our lives progressing and they're moving on in different areas, and we kind of feel like we're happy for them but not really honestly happy for them. And that's something we have to identify with and reflect on of our own shadow. So it's definitely the Page of Coins is, you know, opportunity has arrived, and it's either you're going to take this opportunity, you're going to do something with it, or you're going to have friendships or people or bosses, whatever in your life, deter you and hinder you from that growth, or you're going to have those friendships and those people in support of that growth in your journey. And it's sometimes sad to kind of see like friendships that we thought were, you know, super tight and that they were going to be in our lives forever. We see that it was just a season. Like, maybe these friendships aren't the ones we need on this path right now. Doesn't mean that the path will never come back in alignment. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But it is just really thinking about, as you are on this new journey here, Page of Coins journey, and you're figuring out something new, you're going after new opportunities, you know, who is supportive and who isn't? Who do you have to tiptoe around in order to go towards something new? And a lot of times we have to just keep our money moves or just keep our accomplishments to ourselves. And that is a lot of maturity and strength that comes through. Like, if you got a raise, you don't have to tell your whole friendship circle. You don't have to tell how much you got a raise for. It's like, you know, really being mindful and empathetic about where other people are in their lives, and when it's time to speak for something and when it's time to not speak for something. Because not just because these are your friends doesn't mean that they want to know about your success or are able to support you at this time in your successful endeavors. So you just keep it to yourself. If there's things you want to go after, keep it to yourself, and only confide in the right people. So I have Justice here reversed, and Justice, this is Libra energy. So just as, you know, partnerships and loving relationships are valued here, we also have to think about hidden enemies. So, you know, are some of your friends hidden enemies? Are they talking shit behind your back? Are you talking shit behind their back? You know, a lot of times if like, I mean, it's just, you know, gossip, it works, you know, both ways. If you're talking shit, most likely someone's talking shit about you. And, you know, it's just a karmic balance in a way. You just kind of have to accept that most likely your friends are talking about you to other friends that maybe aren't your friends or maybe are your friends. So, you know, that's why it's so important to discern accordingly. this, new Aries season, kind of this new astrological beginning. Like, who do you want to bring into your life, and what connections do you want to cultivate and connect with deeper in April? Because things are going to get quite weird once we start having a lot more planets shift into Pisces. We're having this Pisces resurgence happening. It's already slowly in the works now with Venus and Pisces. But for the rest of the month, we're having this huge Pisces, overflow of water, spiritual disillusionment energy. So it is kind of like you will get tested emotionally. And those enemies will start coming out of the woodworks. And sometimes the enemy of friendship looks like a lack of support. Maybe it looks like competition. Maybe it looks like, you expressed interest in going after an opportunity, and then they put it upon themselves to be competitive and do the same thing, which is why it's so important that, yes, you want to express your ideas, and get a bounce back from your social circle, but it's really important to not say things out loud right now when it comes to a lot of your career inspirations, aspirations, and desires at this time. It's just like with this reversal, you might kind of be a little stumped, a little like surprised at how many people are against you secretly. How many people don't want you to win? How many people maybe just don't understand your growth or where you're coming from? And that's honest, but it's your journey, not theirs, to figure out. So just, be very wary, very careful of who you're speaking to, what you're expressing to, because it might come back around to harm you. And maybe if you're trying to keep something secret from others, like, you're trying to, interview for a new job, and you don't want the wrong people you tell to like let your employer know about this. You really want to keep things close knit and just, maybe don't confide in a friend right now. Maybe talk to your, family, people uninvolved, or maybe it's just like talk to your cat if you have an animal. Like, just tell them about your ideas. At least you have someone to like express it to. We can also talk about relationships here and partnerships, and maybe there is a little dissatisfaction here with a partnership. Maybe you're feeling like you're not on the same page with a partner right now. Maybe the partnership feels more like a friendship than a romantic interest. So, just really kind of seeing like this might just be a bumpy ride if you are in a relationship right now, and you're trying to progress it forward. It just might not be the time right now, because we're going to have this water wave of Pisces energy, and everyone's going to be in their own mind, delusion, spiritual shit. So it's just definitely like, this probably really isn't the month to progress in a relationship. Just focus on your own things and hold space and grace for them to do the same. Seven of Cups up right here is this Venus and Pisces energy that is here until May 1st. And this is just really saying that you might be thinking things are better than what they seem, or you might be getting presented with opportunities that seem more idyllic than what they actually appear to be in reality. So that's why it's important to have discernment. It's also important, don't make a choice right now, because we have this impulse of Aries energy to do something about this energy, but we're having now this washover of Pisces coming through. Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, the new moon eventually, and then Neptune. So we're having the stellium. It's going to all come together on April 26th. But it's just like, if you're conflicted right now about, are these people worth continuing in your life? Is this the type of choice that you should make? Is this the right job to accept? It's like, do what you can if like time is of the essence, but remember that we're having our next Mercury retrograde come up on May 10th. So just because a Mercury retrograde is happening does not mean, you have to do everything right now. But it's just like being mindful that if you kind of get yourself into a contract during a time of uncertainty, and not everything is fully revealed to you, you're going to regret that decision by the time the Mercury retrograde comes through. So it's just, everyone is kind of going through their own shit right now. And it's like, don't make your life harder by trying to figure out everything in Aries season. Just because you feel the impulse to do so doesn't mean it's right on time with what you need to do at this moment. All right, so I'm pulling some clarifiers here with some oracle cards. Okay, so what I have here in connection to the Page of Coins, I have Tribe of Dreams. I have Stop for Justice reversed, and then I have Quiet Desperation for the Seven of Cups, which is like the perfect card for that energy. Okay, we're going to start with Tribe of Dreams. And, you know, for you, if you're thinking about new work environment, new work opportunities, a new work environment, a new like work wife, work husband, or like you really want to manifest some new collective energy in your life, you know, this is a good time to think about that. Really, you know, again, we're going back to that conversation of evaluating the friendships you already have at work, or you know, if you work for yourself, how are you being a friend for yourself, and also just in like your everyday life, like these friendships. Are they motivating you? Are they inspiring you to have this tribe of dreams? Or do you want to have them around your campfire and sing Kumbaya? Or you're like, ooh, if I had them at the campfire, they're going to make, you know, the story all about themselves, or they're going to not want to have s'mores. It's just like, you know, are these friendships you're upholding more work and more stress and strain than fun? Or are these people, you know, really who you want to be aligned with? Are they really showing up on an authentic way that you can see yourself growing with and elevating with? Justice reverse is really saying stop and look around. You have an opportunity to reflect at this time. And you can cut accordingly. Doesn't mean like if you notice some shady behavior, doesn't mean you have to stick with it. You can cut them out of your life if you see it. But it is just like, you know, stop and reflect. Are these people like real friends? Are these people really supporters? Are these people, can you trust them? Do they want the best for you? Or is it all self-interest? Are they just using you to get what they want? Or are they trying to use you for their own form of, you know, acceptance or approval? So we have to be very careful about, you know, how people are showing up now. And, you know, maybe this energy, maybe it's something you identified with, you know, a couple months ago, a couple years ago, before COVID. Doesn't mean you have to continue that friendship or that relationship if it's no longer mirroring who you are today and giving you any value. Also, you know, watching your back. Is there people who are talking shit, you know, about you? Are these people who are trying to do a fast one on you? Like being very mindful about the energy, because enemies are in the mist. This entire year, it's been a constant stalker with the Seven of Swords, and we are in the Lover's year, which there's that good twin, bad twin Gemini energy. So it's just like this entire year is just being very, very heightened with your senses and your intuition of like, are these people trustworthy? Can I trust my boss? Can I trust this company? You know, do these people really have my best interests at heart? Do they want growth for me? Or is this just a lost cause? Quiet desperation. If you feel desperate right now, do not pick up the phone. You might feel like a ghost. You might feel like you're being ghosted. This just kind of lets you know these are not the right relationships for you to pursue. You don't want to be waiting by the phone to allow yourself to be in anyone's energy. It's not how you work, Leo. Like you are, you know, front stage, center, spotlight is on you. Like you don't wait around for people. People have to wait around for you. So if you start seeing yourself kind of, you know, waiting for their text messages, or you're waiting for their approval or whatever it is, like you need to stop. It's desperate. It's not a good look for you. It doesn't identify with you. And it's just, you know, you're hanging around the phone because, you know, you were presented with some opportunities that you're not fully transparent and clear about. You don't really know these people or the situation, this opportunity. So don't get so hung up on it, because it might disappoint you. And you're also like, something new is going to come through. So it's like, just kind of wait. It might not seem it right now because this energy might be so heavy for you and you are so in it, but just wait, because you will get what you're kind of seeking for. And it's going to come around easier than this like desperate, uncertainty information that you're getting. And if it is like you're waiting around on a partner to make a decision, or if it's like, should I still stay in this relationship? Is this still what I want? It could be a romantic partner, or it could be like a work partner. Time will tell. I think definitely by the Mercury retrograde on May 10th, you will start seeing, okay, this is the shit. This is how it's playing out. This is not what I want, or this is what I want, or I just had to wait. We were both in a rough patch. It's good. It's Gucci. I'm going to pull some astrology. All right, and then I'm going to end with a clarifier here. Oh, okay, cool. All right, so this is what I pulled. So I have here the 12th house, which was Pisces, which I was, talking about all this Pisces energy coming through. So we're going to have kind of like a 12th house resurgence. It's like we got out of the 12th house because we're in Aries, but then we're going to be kind of like subdued back in there. And then I have the sun. So, talking about the sun in Aries, talking about the sun going into Taurus eventually later this month in April. And then also you'd rule the sun. So it's like, don't let the situation dampen your style. And then I have here the 4 of Swords reverse, which is definitely like you really need to reflect upon, what is keeping you up at night on these situations. There's just so much like stop energy. It's like really stop and reflect about these people in your life and these friendships, and these partnerships, colleagues, teachers, whatever it is. Like, definitely these people, this is all about other people. Like, you really need to reflect on them, because if you make the wrong choices, you're going to regret that in the next couple weeks. Don't let this cloud your Aries season. Still have fun, but maybe you just need to have more of like self fun. Maybe your fun doesn't have to really evolve a lot of people. I feel like a lot of people are coming into your life and have recently, and you just really need to be discerning. But you can't be discerning if you keep on like shining your light, on everyone. You have to kind of be more mature about the relationship of how you use your energy. And then this, the 12th house, is like you need to kind of go inward a little bit. You need to go inward. You need to really let a lot of these truths, these things you're feeling wash over you. And it will. You're going to start picking up on it more intuitively in the next couple of weeks, especially actually in the next couple of days. So it is just like, if you're uncertain and unclear now, you're going to have another rush of that. But it's going to teach you something, because, some people are with you through the storm and want to, be there for you. And other people, they only want you on your sunshiny, fun days. And it's like, what relationships do you want to nurture? So that is the reading, Leo. And thank you so much for tuning in this month. And if you want a personal reading with me, I am open for April and May. I have tarot and astrology services. And I also just launched an incredible Aries New Moon spell candle collection, as well as a new vintage trinket dishware collection. So check out all the things, and thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you next month. See ya.